Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I welcome class 10th in my lecture series for chemistry. Our topic for today is the classification of organic compounds. So why the classification is necessary? We know that millions of organic compounds have been discovered so far, and it is very difficult to study them individually. So in order to study their properties, we have classified these organic compounds into different groups and the subgroups. Now what is the basis for this classification? The classification is on the basis of the carbon skeleton that is present in an organic compound. On the basis of carbon skeleton, organic compounds may be classified into two groups: open chain compounds and the cyclic compounds. Open chain compounds are further classified into two subgroups: straight chain compounds and the branch chain compounds, whereas the cyclic compounds are further classified into two subgroups: homocyclic compounds and the heterocyclic compounds. Now we will study these subgroups in detail one by one. First group is that of the open chain or acyclic compound. Acyclic compounds are the organic compounds that contain open chain of carbon. These are the example of open chain compounds: propane, butane, isobutane, isopentane. Now in all the open chain organic compounds, the terminal carbons are not linked to each other. What are terminal carbons? Terminal carbons are the carbons that are present at the end of a chain. I have marked the terminal carbon in the case of propane. Now you may see here that these terminal carbons are not connected to each other. Hence this structure of propane is considered as an open chain. Similarly, for butane, the terminal carbon atoms are as mentioned here, and these terminal carbons are also not connected to each other. For isobutane, the terminal carbon atoms are these. Since these terminal carbons are not connected to each other, so this is an open chain organic compound. For isopentane, the terminal carbon atoms are mentioned as. Now you may see here that there are three terminal carbon, and these three terminal carbon atoms are not connected to each other. So it is also an example of an open chain organic compound. Now these open chain organic compounds may further be classified into two subgroups: straight chain compounds and the branch chain compounds. What are straight chain compounds? Straight chain compounds are basically the alkanes in which the carbon atoms are connected in one continuous chain with no branches. For example, we have an organic compound pentane. Now as the name suggests that this organic compound is containing 5 carbon atom and it is an alkane. So we will draw the structure for pentane. We will connect 5 carbon atoms in a row. Now in order to complete its valency, we will attach hydrogen atoms to each carbon atom. Now you may see here that all the carbon atoms are present in a chain or a row. None of the carbon atom is present on this side of the chain. So therefore it is called as the straight chain organic compound. However, those compounds which contain carbon on the sides of the chain are called as the branch chain compounds. For example, we first drew the structure of pentane. Now we are drawing the structure of isopentane. Now for isopentane, the structure is like this. Completing the valency of each carbon atom by attaching hydrogen atoms. Now you may see here that this is the straight chain, and on the side of this straight chain another carbon atom is attached. Now because of the presence of this fragment on this chain, this organic compound is classified as the branch chain organic compound. So in these examples, this butane is a straight chain organic compound, whereas this isobutane is a branch structure, because here this is the linear chain and a carbon atom is present on the side of this linear chain, so therefore it is a branched structure. Similarly, neopentane is also a branch chain organic compound because two carbon atoms are attached on the sides of this chain. Now what are the closed chain or acyclic compounds? Closed chain or the cyclic compounds. The term cyclic means that here a ring is present. A closed structure is present. So what are closed chain compounds? These are the organic compounds which contain ring of atoms. In the examples of cyclic compounds, we may take the example of benzene. In benzene, we know that there are 6 carbon atoms and a hydrogen atom is attached to each carbon atom, and there are 3 double bonds. Now you may see here that suppose if we have to write a straight chain structure for this compound having 6 carbon atom, we will write it as this. Now these are the 2 terminal carbon atoms. When these 2 terminal carbon atoms are connected, they connect to each other in a ring structure like this. Here you may count the number of carbon atoms: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now since in this structure the terminal carbon atoms are connected to each other, suppose this is one terminal carbon atom, this is another terminal carbon atom. Now since these 2 terminal carbon atoms are connected to each other in this structure, therefore this organic compound is being classified as the closed chain or the cyclic compound. These cyclic compounds may further be classified into 2 subgroups: homocyclic compounds and the heterocyclic compounds. Now what are homocyclic compounds? As the word homo means same, so this means that these are the cyclic compounds having only single atom in a ring, and since it is an organic compound, so this means that that single atom is the carbon. So in all the organic compounds that are cyclic in nature and have only carbon atoms in the ring are called as the homocyclic or the carbocyclic compounds. Cyclic compounds which contain rings of carbon atoms are called homocyclic compounds. These homocyclic compounds may further be classified into 2 types: alicyclic and aromatic. Don't confuse the word alicyclic with acyclic. Alicyclic compounds are the homocyclic compounds that are saturated in nature. means that these compounds do not contain any double or triple bond. However, aromatic compounds are those compounds which contain at least one benzene ring in their structure. Example for the alicyclic compounds include cyclopropane. We know that the structure for propane is CH3, CH2, CH3. Now these two are the terminal carbon atoms. This is the straight chain structure for the propane. Now if these two terminal carbon atoms are connected, then it is called as cyclopropane. Now since you may see here that in cyclopropane all carbon-carbon bonds are single, so this means it is a saturated cyclic compound. So it is called as alicyclic compound. This cyclopropane is alicyclic compound and it is an homocyclic organic compound because it has a cycle, it has a ring, and all the carbon atoms in rings are carbon atoms, so therefore it is considered as a homocyclic organic compound. Now for aromatic homocyclic compounds, we write that all the compounds having benzene ring in their structure are called the aromatic homocyclic compounds. First example for these compound is the benzene, and if two benzene rings are connected to each other, then it is called as naphthalene. Now moving towards the last subgroup of this cyclic compound, that is the heterocyclic compound. Now for heterocyclic compounds, as the name suggests, that these compounds contain the heteroatoms. So what are those heteroatoms? Those heteroatoms may be oxygen, nitrogen or sulfur. So this means that the heterocyclic compounds are cyclic compounds which contain one or more than one atoms other than the carbon atoms. Now let's see examples of some heterocyclic compounds. In the first example, we have pyridine. Now this pyridine is a 6-membered ring, and it contains 5 number of carbon atoms as well as 1 nitrogen atom. So this means that since this ring is containing 2 types of atom in a ring, therefore this compound pyridine will be called as the heterocyclic compound. Similarly, we will take another example. This is a 5-membered ring, and this ring contains 4 carbon atoms and 1 oxygen atom. This is called as furane. Now since furane contains 2 kinds of atoms, carbon and oxygen, in a ring, therefore it is considered as a heterocyclic compound. Now we have another example of thiophene. Thiophene is a 5-membered ring, and it contains 4 carbon atom and 1 sulfur atom. Now since this ring is also containing more than one kind of atoms in a ring, therefore this thiophene is also a heterocyclic compound. Now let's revise the classification of these organic compounds on the basis of carbon skeleton that we discussed today. we read that the organic compounds on the basis of carbon skeleton may be divided into two groups: open chain compounds and the closed chain compounds. Open chain compounds may further be divided into two subgroups: straight chain compounds and the branch chain compounds. What are straight chain compounds? Straight chain organic compounds are the compounds whose open chain compounds are the compounds whose terminal carbon atoms are not linked to each other, and straight chain organic compounds are the open chain organic compounds in which no carbon atom is attached to the sides of that chain. However, if carbon atom is attached to the sides of the chain in the form of a fragment, then that open chain compound will be called as the branched compound. For pentane, we read that the N-pentane is a straight chain organic compound and isopentane is a branched compound. Closed chain organic compound may be classified into further two subgroups. First one is the homocyclic or the carbocyclic organic compound. We read about the homocyclic or carbocyclic organic compound, that these are the cyclic structures that have only carbon atoms in a ring. And for these homocyclic compounds, we read the example of benzene, that benzene ring contain only carbon atoms in the ring and it contains 6 carbon atoms. Another subgroup of closed chain compound was the heterocyclic organic compound, and we read that heterocyclic organic compounds are those compounds whose cyclic ring contains more than one kind of atom. And for heterocyclic compounds, we write the example of furan, thiophene and